Alright, I told y'all exactly what they were going to do. They were going to cut every corner. There will be no arrests, no nothing. I told y'all exactly what was going to be done. Medical examiner, Kenneka Jenkins, died from exposure, and her death was an accident, okay? They released video clips that depict Kenneka Jenkins staggering along through a deserted kitchen of the Crown Plaza O'Hara Hotel. They did not show her walking in the freezer in which her body was found. And remember the original lie, Andrew Holmes said he saw her walk in the freezer. Now, in his defense, if you're watching this, maybe you assume that that's her walking in the freezer. You know? But if you saw that other shit we've been seeing now, and then look at how they do the video. Pay close attention to it. You see it? Take a look how they do. And if I could remember, look at how long it took her to get out that elevator. And if you notice, this is a zoom in. And let's get this clear. This is the lower level. Stop. It's a video out there that people are saying that this is not the lower. This is supposed to be a different level. This is the lower level. Look at the doors. They're not chrome when you open it. Okay, this is not that floor. This is the right floor she's on. This is not the main floor. Alright. She's on the move. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to think that's not even her. Cause think about it. Watch when she hit that rail. They gonna show this whole thing. When you hit this rail, if you're full of all those drugs, you're supposed to fall. This chick had enough balance to hold herself up. And we know this video is heavily edited, but that's suspect. Like, why would they edit an actor? That's one thing that's got me torn between believing that this is an actor or not. Anyway, we've seen this 1,000 times. But what I want y'all to understand is, remember, this is how they showed it to you, right? And they put a timestamp in the right-hand corner. But why did they never show you the location of these cameras like they're showing you in the FOIA? Because now we can see that it's the upper kitchen, as they say. And I'm gonna get into this, but they said there was some stairs that leads to this kitchen. Stairs, okay? They didn't say how many flight the stairs or how tall, because they have to be. Give me a second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I want to show y'all something. Alright. And look, Straight Drop News, new page. Go sub to his new page. I think his other channel might be gone or about to go. Sub to my guy, man. He been doing excellent work. Excellent work. You know what I mean? Damn, he already read my mind, because I was like, they talked about a purple contusion, okay? But man, he already beat me to it, man. I'm just getting myself together, I ain't just waking up, but okay, I don't have to do it over. I just wanted to make sure it was in, because you know, Straight Job be fucking up when he don't put his camera on the right setting. So I at least want y'all to have the right setting when y'all watching this screenshot here. Rabbit hole. Goodness. Okay, here we go. Alright, the first one is the second one, okay? And I want y'all to get a good understanding of a kitchen. The kitchen is on, because the kitchen is, if it has a flight of stairs or any type of stairs, why are we not playing? Come on, yo. Let me cut my Wi-Fi on. Come on, Wi-Fi. Get him, Craig. Come on, Craig. Get him, Craig. Come on, Craig. Come on, Wi-Fi. I gotta click it. Okay, god damn it. Come on. Get it together. All right. Check them quality internet. All right. All right. Come on. All right, then. Boom. Go back to what I was doing. All right. Act right now. All right, here we go. We on Wi-Fi now.
In order to meet.
Okay. Let's show y'all some. All right, this is the walkthrough. We're gonna stop. We'll stop debating this shit. Oh, I can't do it that way. Sorry, guys. I'm about to do it this way. All right, so let's do this. See the angle of the camera is showing exactly from that angle. It's the exact walk she took. Don't listen to nobody else's video. Watch this walkthrough, okay? As you can see, we all know this camera view, don't we? Because those are the steps right there to get up that ramp. The ramp is designed for the kitchen people to bring food to the floors or the other places on the floors. That's the thing that the white girl is looking at, the compass level. On the left over there, those are the steps. So if she took stairs and she was drunk, that's complicated, because if you want us to believe this whole video she didn't fall, then it's obvious that something ain't right. She didn't fall, didn't sit still, she didn't sit down, she didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? She just kept moving consistently, and she was full of all these drugs. We're going to get into it. The Cook County Medical Examiner Office has determined that Kenneka Jenkins' death at the Rosemont Hotel was an accident. Alright? Now, once it's ruled that, everybody's free. Nobody's going down. Not one single person. Alright? She died of hypothermia. Exactly what I said they would say. From exposure to the cold walk-in freezer, it said. Alcohol intoxication and the use of drugs for treating epilepsy and migraines were significant contributing factors, the office said. The 19-year-old who... Oh, get out the way. Move. Damn, what the hell? Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what the hell going on here. Okay, we get back. The 19-year-old was found in the freezer on September 10th after she disappeared from a room at the Crown Plaza in suburban Rosemont. Notice how they had to put emphasis on suburban Rosemont. They put that in there. Well, you got to pay attention to the word and the numbers. We're going to get into that, okay? All right. She had attended a party with as many as 30 people. I thought it was more than 30, but we'll go with that number. On the 9th floor. And it wasn't found until nearly 24 hours after her disappearance. After repeated pleas to the hotel and the police by the family, surveillance video released by police days later showed Jenkins alone. Key that, alone, wandering through the kitchen area near the freezer not long after she disappeared. Pay attention to the words. They saw her on surveillance in that particular kitchen. Alone, alright? Now, we watched the video. We saw the times. She was not alone, walking through this hallway and all this other shit. Well, somehow, she found the stairs that take you to this upper kitchen of this place that's like, I guess you could say this was from parts unknown, as they say. Alright? The initial, did I read all that? Okay, yeah. The initial lack of information released by authorities drew activists and sparked online conspiracy theories. You hear that, Chris? It said sparked online conspiracy theories that she was attacked and killed. The speculation was fueled by a number of videos on social media appearing to show the party and some of Jenkins' friends. The autopsy found mucosal erosions. Those are like, I think erosions are considered cuts, right? Lacerations or something like that. A type of lesion that indicated Jenkins had suffered from hypothermia. Is that correct? I don't want to be sounding stupid. I'm not familiar with these terms, so y'all forgive me if I'm ignorant. The That was an abrasion. I know what an abrasion is. Abrasion around her right ankle and a purple contusion. Does a contusion have to be purple? I find it odd that they put the color purple. Her favorite color, right? Am I thinking too hard when I say that? Anyway, on her right leg. But no other side of it. External, internal trauma. See, what that does, that says she's never been harmed. So let's continue. Her brain was swollen, but her face looked skinny when they was pulled out the freezer, right? So how did her brain get swollen? I'm just asking, because we've seen the video. I'm not going to show the video because it's graphic. If you want to see it, it's on YouTube. Go to Fractal Truth. He has the video, and he actually has the whole entire video of her, so, you know, whatever. But that is not indicative of a specific cause of death. All right, so they ruled that out. Because right now they want to say only drugs and what led to her and her being in the freezer, hypothermia. They gotta cut every corner. Comprehensive toxicology tests were conducted for hundreds of drugs of abuse, medications, and other chemical impounds. And the office said it sought to see if date rape drugs were in her system. None were found. See that? None were found. So what they did was they made it clear that they let it be known that they know about the conspiracy theory as far as this live video of her being, possibly raped, her being seen in that hotel room. All these different accusations and not accusations, but theories that we've been having, they let it be known we're familiar with y'all shit, but let's cut every corner off. We're gonna find a way. Like even if that, like that's why I said the medical examiner, the coroners, all these different people got to come in. But I'm gonna talk about that other video later because there's no coroner team in that room when her mother comes in and views the body, and her mother is still questionable. And for people, there was a lot of people who really thought that her mom was in a good space. I don't know a human being alive who raised a daughter for 19 years who would actually watch that child and not show raw emotion, like falling out or, just going crazy or upset. She just looked at the body as if, oh, that's not my daughter. That's the same thought I got. I think a few of us have seen that and thought that. But anyway, the testing found alcohol, caffeine, and the epilepsy migraine medication topiramate in Jenkins' system. Listen, I'm gonna reach to Zachary Hubbard. Sub to Zachary Hubbard. It's hard to catch up with him. They flagging him down. We need to do gematria on all these drugs and this time and this alcohol level too. I think there's some type of connection here. Migraine medication topiramate in Jenkins' system. Let me look that up. I don't even know what that is. Topiramate. Let me do it here with y'all. They'll spell it for me. Nerve pain medication, anticonvulsant. It could treat and prevent seizures. It's also considered migraine headaches. The hell? That's crazy. They found that in her system somehow. Her family said she had not been prescribed the drug, but the level was within the therapeutic range. Now, we're going to get into this whole thing about who put something in her drink. This is a strong indication that they put something in a cup, if that's her in the room, but I don't even know if that's her in the room. We don't even have no proof that was her in the room, and I find it odd that in this live video, this girl was supposed to be in this chair. We can't even find her in this chair. It's odd, I don't get it, but her family said she had not been prescribed the drug, but why haven't they said none? So apparently she had been prescribed a drug, but they said the drug, meaning that one. No. But the level was within the therapeutic range. Her alcohol level was higher than 0.112, higher than the legal limit of 0.08. But she was able to walk around. Chris, they said her alcohol level was 0.112. And if we've seen the video, that's not her alcohol level. Hell no. 0.08 you could be able to walk around like that. Because they tell you walk a straight line. Well, damn, some of the videos you could tell she's walking somewhat of a straight line. And she couldn't have been that drunk. That's why I said all this shit is by design, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I told y'all what they were going to do. We're going to cut every corner because she's, you know. And she took some hush money. Like they said, look, we're going to do this for you. Just keep your mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? And do your little protest. Make it seem like you don't get anything from us, and we're gonna play it off. But you know we can't afford to have this problem. But we'll give you this money as long as you just play it cool. That's why she got out. You know she's on social media, but can't nobody like. Is she willing to answer questions like, "Hey, do you really believe that's your daughter in the video? If she's that drunk, why is she walking around like she's not that? Like, why she's walking around like she's a little bit tipsy? Because that's a tipsy drunk. You know what I mean? The alcohol and the drug can enhance each other. And back to what I said about the spiking of the drink. If this is her alcohol level and they want us to believe this is her in the video, because now I don't believe that's her in the video. If you telling me that that's her alcohol level, that's not her. That's not her in the surveillance tapes. But for you to come up with a person that looked like her, this is all by design, and this is the scary part about it. Where is the real Kenneka? Is that the real Kenneka in a body bag coming down the stairs? The dude pulling a bag? Is the real Kenneka in this bag, in this cart, in the back of this kitchen where these employees are moving around? Was that girl really dead before 3 o'clock? Or 2 o'clock?
Sonic boom!
Damn, I got Vito. Man, this is crazy. That's not her in the video. If this is we going by this paperwork, that's not her in the video. And if that's the case, that it's not her in the video, I owe Planet of the Fakes an apology for debunking his video. He's always said that that's not her. But I don't know who the actor would be because the video is still proved to be edited, which is weird to me also. But anyway, the officer said it's not known when she died or how much alcohol she consumed. The combination of alcohol and topiramate found in Jenkins' blood can cause impaired memory and concentration, and poor coordination and confusion and impaired judgment. But this motherfucker was walking around. They said impaired memory, concentration, poor coordination, confusion, and impaired judgment, among other adverse effects. I want to know the other adverse effects, so I'm going to look that up. This plus cold exposure could speed the onset of hypothermia and death. They said mixture of it can cause the hypothermia to set in death. The medical examiner office on September 27th, the medical examiner's office went back for a follow-up investigation. So the whole medical examiner thing. So it shows that they did a follow-up, right? The follow-up investigation was probably something that she said she was going to have done, but she should have got a different medical examiner. A forensic pathologist assigned to the Jenkins case in the office's chief of investigation, a former New Orleans Police Department homicide detective lieutenant. What is his name? Why would you mention a detective lieutenant and won't say his name? That's fucking crazy. They didn't even say this dude's name. They said a New Orleans Police Department homicide detective lieutenant went to the hotel and followed the path Jenkins took to a kitchen on the lower level. The office said, "We don't need your fucking approval about the path. We already had the path before the 27th." See, there's good people out here who do care about what happened to this girl. So the people have been doing the footwork. We already been doing the footwork. Y'all late. And if you telling me Rosamond police led the staff through the main kitchen area. All right, keep in mind, main kitchen area, okay? Up a set of stairs into a second kitchen area that was said to be unused at the time of Jenkins' death. Now this is where it starts to sound weird, right? The lower level is the lower level. The dude was taking the body from the first floor Because I refuse to believe he was taking the body from the ninth floor, step to step to step. But for him to come down the step with a bag that seemingly looks like a dead body, he's dragging it, okay? He's dragging something. I don't know what it is, but, you know, in his defense or in the kitchen defense, I've seen trash bags that look like dead bodies too. But this particular night, that's an odd viewing of a bag when we have a girl that supposedly died before 2 o'clock. Apparently, it seems like something's going on here. And now it's starting to make it seem like did somebody kidnap her, take her organs, and then there's some type of way to get this done, and then throw the body in the freezer. As you noticed, they had her body covered up, so you couldn't see her but from the neck up. So we going by what we see. But anyway, as I said, went to the hotel to follow the path of Jenkins, took a kitchen on the lower level to the hotel opposite. Rosemont police led the staff through the main kitchen area, up a set of stairs into the second kitchen that was said to be unused at the time. And they keep saying this. They make sure they let y'all know it was unused. Because if you say it was in use, it will take you back to my video about the health department. So what it does, it cuts everybody loose. Don't want nobody even question the fact of, man, I got to eat from this hotel and somebody might have been feeding people from the dead body's freezer or whatnot. And that's why I was calling the health department, because that kitchen is where the body was found. They're going to tell you a set of stairs, upper kitchen. That's why they labeled it upper kitchen. They didn't show you it was the upper kitchen when they first released the footage. It had to be when the FOIA sent their videos out, and they labeled it that. They were directed to a large walk-in cooler in the back of the kitchen, and no other doors, entrances, or exits were accessible from the back of the kitchen. You see that? So they cutting off the corner of somebody coming from the back. So they basically said that the step to this walk-in kitchen, there's only one way there and one way down. All right? Let's go. Now, this is the thing. The video they showing you of her walking through the thing and you don't see her again, according to the upper kitchen view, they claim that that's where the freezer is. But ask yourself this question. Where is the steps? The steps have cameras, because in order for you to have a kid, like think about how convenient it is to have a camera in the upper kitchen where it takes stairs to get to, and there's only one way in and one way out. One way in, one way out to get to this kitchen. All right. There's no footage of this particular area where there's a step to walk up, because what they want to do is they don't want to show you, of her going up the stairs, because that doesn't make sense with the alcohol level. Bad enough it don't make sense of her walking around with the alcohol level, and that's why I don't believe this is the girl walking around. This surveillance footage. That's not Kenneka. I don't believe it no more. If that's what you want me to believe, I'm not an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm not. Inside the cooler is a walk-in freezer where Kenneka Jenkins was discovered, the officer said. At the time of the inspection, the cooler thermometer indicated 40 degrees. All right. I'm not good with freezing temperature. 40 is freezing temperature, isn't it? 40 degrees is freezing temperature, right? It's a 35. Let me look that up. No, they said
Sonic Boom!
Hello. Oh, yeah, I'm going to hit her back in a minute. Freezer. I know she got some valuable information, because the word is getting out now. So let me do this video. Freezer.
Sonic Boom!
Oh, hold on. Freezing. Goodness, I'm acting like I'm fucking slow. Freezing temps. Oh, 32. I knew it had to be lower than 35 though, but it's 32 is the actual freezing. Scientists have found liquid, their water can freeze at 40, but the human body, I'm gonna have to look into like what can a human body freeze at 40, because my thing is before you get to because if you're gonna say the temperature is 40 degrees in the cooler and the freezer is 10. Every walk-in has the cooler and then the freezer. All right, the cooler freezer. So apparently, she opened this door and got to the cooler, and she opened this door to get to the freezer, right? Because the freezer has to have double doors. You have to separate temperatures. That's how they was able to have 40 and 10. So there had to be 2 doors, because I know about all the freezers. I've done so many jobs. I had worked at Auntie Annie's, Burger King, all that shit. Done all this shit. So for you to have 2 different freezers, you have to separate the actual rooms, because one area has to be colder than the other to support freezing or whatever. And why is there an upper kitchen with 1 walk-in? Think about that, people. What if that upper kitchen does exist, and what if this is the morgue? What if this is where they doing their organ trafficking? In this specific place, you step up on stairs, and you go to this kitchen where it's 1 way in, 1 way out. But anyway, here we go. We start back. The freezer Jenkins was found in, capable of getting to a temperature of 8 degrees. And I know what it's like to be in that fucking cooling freezer, because I've had situations where if you work jobs like me, you had to load up the, inventory. But I want y'all to think about something, right? And it's another thing to think about, Chris. If this kitchen was not in use, it was once upon a time in use, right? So how did they bring inventory for this kitchen to be loaded up and this freezer to be loaded if it's some stairs that take you to it? How is companies able to bring inventory if there's no back way and there's only 1 way in and 1 way out? Like if you want me to, like at Burger King, right? They have a ramp to keep you from going through the steps, but we're talking about steps to take you to a upper kitchen, which means the first floor supposedly has a kitchen area, and it's like a hidden room because you have to go to the lower level, get to the kitchen, and these stairs take you there. This is what they say. Just going by what they say. All right, let's keep going. The cooler and the freezer were both outlined with external handles that must be pulled to open. That's what they want y'all to believe, right? The inside of the freezer door was equipped with a circular release mechanism. Let me show y'all what that is, just in case y'all don't know. Oh, come on, SM. Shit. Alright. I'm trying to spell it. Alright. Boy. That's my guy. I'm trying to show y'all what it looks like so we can have a good idea. Walk-in freezer. I want everybody to be on the same page here of the possibility of her getting out according to what they say. Because I'm ignorant too, so I at least want to know. And if you notice, you look this up, that's all through the news. But anyway, internal release mechanism, hidden doors. Okay, here we go. I just want to make sure I know what I'm talking about here. All right, you see that right there? That's the internal release. All right. That's the push button, okay? And keep in mind, this freezer is not two separate without a door, because one door has to have the temperature at 10, the other door has the temperature at 4. It has 2 different doors that give you separate degrees, and it's based on this. If you're gonna put, let's say like chicken tenders, they will go in the freezer. Cheese would go in the cooler. For those who have never worked jobs like that. Death inside freezers can be prevented. Oh yeah, of course they can be. But I'm hitting the wrong button, y'all. Let's go back to Alright, so back to the story. Inside the freezer was equipped with circle. Okay. Rosemont police told the medical examiner staff that the light inside the freezer was not on when Jenkins was found. there's a light switch outside the cooler door. The light switch outside the cooler door would necessarily be the power of the freezer or just the light. Which one? See, that's the confusing part. That's the contradiction right there. Either it has a switch or it doesn't. Because there's ways to cut off the freezer. So is this light switch only for the light? Because it has to be power for the freezer as well. Freezer and cooler. Unless the power's on the inside. But that's something they're not going to be specific about. They're cutting all the corners like I told you they would. Video surveillance showed Jenkins entering the kitchen at approximately 3:32 on September the 9th. And that's why we know these times are being altered. Because they are fixed. The recordings do not clearly show her entering the cooler and the freezer because there are no cameras that directly show the doors. Alright. Jenkins was discovered in the freezer approximately 21 hours after the video documented her entering the kitchen, the office said. Citing the police investigation, the medical examiner said that there is no evidence that Jenkins was forced to consume the alcohol or the drugs. Of course nobody forces you to consume alcohol. Maybe the drugs because you can put the drugs in the alcohol. But that's a contradiction too. Can't nobody force you to alcohol but not the drugs. But what if you're taking the alcohol that has the drug in it and you don't know? Because if I remember from the videos, it looked like she said, what's in this drink? But anyway, there also was no evidence of another person near the kitchen with Jenkins. That is a lie. Now, if you want to say the upper kitchen, that's a different story because that's y'all game. But she had people around her when she was walking that hall. Somebody seen, somebody had to. They had guys vacuuming the hall. Like, you can't just tell me, like a movie, coincidentally, she's just walking around and nobody sees her. There was no evidence of an altercation or interaction with another individual immediately prior to her death. So nobody seen her, nobody saw her, nobody did anything. The autopsy results were released the same day that the family filed a legal document in the Cook County Circuit Court, claiming several padlocks that could have prevented entry to unused freezers were available nearby but not in use. Now, this is where she might get a little money, and that's why I said I think she got some settlement money, and that is like the most biggest secret right now while mom is, you know, that's why she was like, well, I want the FBI to get involved because I can get more money. I don't know if this is all a game to her, but I think it is. Because that's the part that can get you paid because the unused freezer is an irresponsible thing to not have a padlock on it. Because if it's not in use, it doesn't need to be on, number one. And number two, it doesn't need to be available to use. Number two, the abandoned and unused upstairs. See that? Abandoned and unused upstairs kitchen had its cooking stove and ovens removed. But for an unknown reason, the empty walk-in freezer was still operating. According to filing by attorneys for Teresa Martin and Kenneka's mother. Teresa Martin, Kenneka's mother. The points were made in a filing in which the attorneys asked for evidence to be secured and not destroyed in anticipation of a lawsuit against CPO, Hospitality, LLC, Crown Plaza, Chicago O'Hare Hotel, and F&F Realty Ltd. All right. Now, from my research, this is a lie because Crown Plaza is not the company you can sue. You sue IHG, Intercontinental Hotel Group. That's who's responsible for their business. So there's a lie. F&F Realty is the management of the Crown Plaza. So, this brings y'all to this. Hotel management did not immediately return calls seeking comments. Court filings are also revealed that the attorney for Jenkins' family conducted a private investigation of the 19-year-old's death and found no evidence of injury from a physical attack or sexual assault. They cut the corners of anything being done with her physically. All right? Told y'all what they was going to do. Kenneka's mother had sought police assistance a few hours after her daughter's appearance. She couldn't have. Remember? She had to wait. Remember the dispatcher told her, I'll take that back. I'm sorry. I'm misreading. But a dispatcher told her Jenkins might have gone to a friend's place and passed out after drinking too much. He didn't say a friend's place. He said she may be in a hotel room. If you're gonna word the shit, word it correctly. See, Chicago Tribune is y'all irresponsible enough with editing videos. Come on, man. Crown Plaza staff eventually searched public areas of the hotel and were later joined by Rosemont police at 12:24 a.m. September 10th, according to the video released by the Village Hotel. A hotel worker went around the corner in the kitchen and summoned police that Jenkins' body had been located you hear that? So the hotel worker went around the corner. They said it was a lady in the original report. Now, I'm going to try to find that later, but everybody that's been following this shit know that that's what they said. They said a lady that works at the hotel. Now they try to make the gender be unknown. A hotel worker. So I'm assuming the guy in the white shirt in the video is the one that found her. But this is an abandoned kitchen, right? Because remember, pay attention to the word. Crown Plaza staff eventually searched public areas of the hotel and were later joined by Rosemont police at 12:24 a.m. September 10th, according to video. Gotta pay attention to the words. According to video by the Village, which is the police department, a hotel worker went around the corner in the kitchen and summoned police that Jenkins' body had been located. Okay? In an abandoned area, okay? Keep that in mind. The case prompted protests for. Let me go back. Let me explain something to y'all right here. Gotta clearly explain this part right here, okay? The Crown Plaza staff, and if we learn from the tape, around 12 o'clock people are cleaning up. It's time to go. I find it odd that 12:24 is a perfect time where everybody's out of the kitchen and you can isolate certain areas and you can play the game of clearing areas. And I find it odd that the police, they would join with the police later at 12:24. And all of a sudden, okay, here go the body. It's in this kitchen. This abandoned kitchen that's up these stairs. Ooh, I found the body in the freezer. What would make them go up the freezer? What would make them go up the stairs to an upper kitchen? How would you find that body? And why did the police do the searching? Why are you doing the searching? The police were there. Here we go. The case prompted protests from demonstrators who converged on the hotel, stirred by the strange circumstances of death and Martin's complaints about the initial response from the hotel staff and police. In Friday's filings, attorneys noted hotel staff was aware that a hotel party was taking place and should have known that the 20 plus people, it was 30 in your report, and it was said 40 in the other reports. Get the numbers correct. In this same article, they said 30, now it's 20. 20 plus people occupied that room, exceeded the number of persons that could safely occupy the room at any time. So let it be known that security and all these other people, if they like all this shit they doing now, when you call them, they try to be careful. They don't want to let you. They don't want to talk to you. They don't have nothing to say. None of that shit. You go in there, try to get a room. It's all secure now. Everybody's on security alert. But you had 30 people in a hotel room and you didn't say a word. You didn't say, hey, look, y'all got to go. Somebody came in and said something, but I don't know. This is the strangest shit ever. So like I said, they did exactly what I said they were going to do. Nobody's going to jail. Nobody's. And at the end of the day, Bill Murray's restaurant will be there. And what y'all got to understand is Bill Murray's restaurant, there's investors. There's a lot of people involved. There's banks. There's money to be made. Millions and millions of dollars need to be made. They're trying to put other stuff in Rosemont. They're trying to really build this city up. Because more people come, the more organs they could, traffic, and more money to be made behind the scenes. Because they have been exposed for doing that. This restaurant that Bill Murray's going to bring, there might be hundreds of sponsors. I'm exaggerating with 100, but let's just say about 15. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Mountain, all these different companies, Frito-Lay, all these different people. These are investors. There's money to be made, and everybody wants a piece of it. This dead 19-year-old girl don't mean shit to them. Money comes first in the world, and I thought people knew money makes the world go round. I'm at a point now where this is it. Nobody's going to jail. And what's the name of that YouTuber? I'm going to send this to him and I'm going to shout him out. And I'm going to tell him, if you don't want to watch the video, that's fine. Just go straight to the last video. Let me find your name, brother. Because I predicted it all. What's going on, Tanique? I found your channel. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a good brother right here, nonetheless. Even though he wrong as fuck, and I told you, when this autopsy come back and this toxicology report come back, they're going to cut every corner. They're going to say hypothermia. They're going to rule out homicide, any type of sexual assault. They're going to say it because their review is final. It is what it is. But this guy's a good brother. He does good videos. He does research on Tupac, many other things, and I fuck with the brother. But I'm going back to your Kenneka Jenkins video, live as we speak, because I'm not always right, but when I'm right, I'm gonna come tell you I'm right. Where that video at? Did you take it down? I know you ain't take it down, did you? Hold on. The first responder, Las Vegas, Detective Carroll, Tupac shot multiple times. Where your Kenneka Jenkins video? Oh man, I wanted to come tell you I was right. Do you got more? He probably got more than one channel. Was it a month ago? It wasn't that long ago. She ain't been dead that long. I know the video you made, I think you took it down, but I was right, bro. But sub to the guy, man. Good people, man. I'm out. Give me your thoughts.